So in this video, we are going to go over NACA, right? So NACA is a Neighborhood Assistance Corporation of America. They are also known as America's Best Mortgage, no closing cost, no down payment, no PMI, and a below market interest rate. And so because NACA has such amazing benefits, right? It's not like a traditional loan. Their process is also a little bit different than a traditional loan. I would check in with my NACA counselor 5 times a day if I needed to. I was always calling him like, hey Augustine, leaving messages, sending texts, like, where are we in the process? So in this video, we are going to go over all of the steps that you need to go through to get NACA qualified and to buy your house with a NACA loan. Alrighty, so step number 1 is you need to sign up for and attend the NACA Homebuyer workshop. So this workshop, it is something that you can attend virtually. For me, it was on a Saturday. I believe it is still on a Saturday. And so what you do is you sign up for the workshop, you attend the workshop. It's about 3 to 4 hours long. And basically in this workshop, it's going to go over all of the details of NACA. It's going to go over all of the requirements. It's going to go over the process so you know exactly what to expect. At the end of the workshop, you get an access code that allows you to go on the NACA website and create a portal. Once you have created your account and you have a NACA portal, you are required to upload a ton of documentation. So this documentation is about you and the people that live in your household. After you have uploaded all of this documentation, you have the option to schedule your first counseling appointment. And this is step number 2. Your first counseling appointment, also known as your intake session. This is going to be the first time that you meet your counselor, and they're going to go over all of the documents that you uploaded, and they will create an action plan for you. This action plan is going to vary by person. It's something that is dependent on your personal situation. You could have an action plan that is a year long. You could have an action plan that is three months. You could have an action plan that is 6 months. But essentially, what this action plan is like, okay, here's a list of things that you have to do, let's say for 6 months. So you do these things for 6 months, and at the 6-month mark, you meet again with your counselor. And if you met all of the requirements in your action plan, then you move on to step 3. Step 3 is NACA Qualification. So once you've met all of the requirements of your action plan, your counselor is going to submit your file to Qualification. The NACA Qualification team will review all of the changes that you made, they'll review all of your documents, and you get NACA Qualified. NACA Qualified is the equivalent of a pre-approval if you were to go the traditional route with a traditional bank and a traditional mortgage. This brings us to step 4, the purchase workshop and the housing search. And so the purpose of the purchase workshop is to just inform you and give you some tips and tricks for your home buying search. And so just like the home buyer workshop in step 1, the purchase workshop is also something that you schedule. It is something that is virtual. The purchase workshop is about an hour and a half long. And after the purchase workshop, you are going to get your NACA qualification letter. The NACA qualification letter, it's very exciting because it has information like your interest rate. It will also have your maximum home buying price that you were approved for. So, you know, if it's $300,000, then you know, like, okay, I need to find houses that are $300,000 or below. Once you have found your house, you move on to step 5, the purchase and sales contract.
By the way, if you are finding this video useful, please hit the like button to let me know that I was able to help you in some way. You're also welcome to subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more content like this again in the future.
In this step, there are resources and like webinars available to you if you need help from like a NACA counselor to help you with the negotiation process. Once you have signed the sales contract, you move on to step 6, the property condition. In this step, NACA is going to send out a NACA approved inspector to the property to inspect the home and make sure that the home is up to code, make sure that there are no repairs needed or anything like that. The cool thing about this is that this is something that is paid by NACA. You don't have to pay for this inspector independently. I do want to note that the inspection is optional if you are buying a new construction or a new build, right? So that was my situation, and I opted to go with the inspection because I just felt like, you know, it wouldn't hurt to have an independent party inspect the property and make sure that everything is up to code and make sure that it was built like it should be. And so with the inspection, if there is anything that needs to be fixed, then the seller of the home has to fix those things so the inspector can go back, re-inspect the work, make sure that the things were fixed, and give you like that final approval. Once you get the final approval from the inspector, you move on to step 7, the NACA credit access and bank application. This step is just like qualification. Like, it is a lot. And so this step for me personally, it was like the most stressful, because everything that I had been uploading up until this point, I had to re-upload again, you know? And it's basically, in this step, it's like a situation where, hey, you're a petite girl. She loves her new house. So you're not able to speak to Bank of America directly. It's one of those situations where it's kind of like phone tag, where you speak to your NACA counselor, they speak to Bank of America speaks to the counselor, and the counselor speaks to you, right? You're going to be asked to provide more documentation. You're going to have to verify your income. This is a step where it's kind of like Bank of America is going to review everything up until this point. They may have some things where they come back and say like, hey, we still need this, we still need that, we're waiting on this, we're waiting on that. It's a lengthy process where it kind of just seems like there's always one more thing. Right? But like, again, no closing costs, no down payment, no PMI, and a below market interest rate. Remember that the benefits that you're getting with this mortgage greatly outweigh the stress. And honestly, with any process, like with any home mortgage that you apply for, like, it's not going to be smooth sailing, right? So if you are going through the NACA process, I wish you the best. Please stay strong in this step, because it is going to be worth it once you get your house and you get like all the amazing benefits. And then that brings us to step 8, mortgage processing. NACA has on their website that they aim to have you, like, once you submit to the bank, they aim to have you approved within 21 days. And then I will say, for me, that was not the case. It took 45 days for me. And so the reason why this might take a little bit longer is because the underwriter is coming back with conditions like, hey, can we do this? Can we do this? Can we do this? You know, we still need this letter. You have to do that. We need to get this document signed. You have to go do that. And so in this step, the reasons why it might take a little bit longer is because the underwriter is reviewing your file, and they may have certain conditions that you have to meet. They might say like, hey, you know, even though you've been NACA qualified, the underwriter from Bank of America may still have extra conditions that they want you to meet before they give you that final approval. And so in this step, if you are trying to move quickly and purchase your home as quickly as possible, remember to just stay on top of your NACA counselor, right? Because you don't have access to the underwriter, so you have to stay on top of your NACA counselor to like message the underwriter like, hey, did they get that? Like, hey, how much longer? You want to be always checking in. Like, I would check in with my NACA counselor 5 times a day if I needed to. I was always calling him like, hey Augustine, leaving messages, sending texts, like, where are we in the process? Again, like, these employees have personal lives. For me, I was going through this process in the middle of summer. People are going on vacation. I'm not hearing back. Very stressful, but you know, if you just stay on top of it and, you know, you write down dates, like, when can I expect to hear back? Write down that date and then follow up on that date. You always want to make sure that you're following up. This is definitely not the time to snooze and just be like, oh yeah, it's being taken care of. No, follow up and make sure that it is taken care of and that things are not falling through the cracks. And so once you get your final qualification from the bank, you move on to step number 9, mortgage closing. Before you can close on your home, you need to make sure that you get home insurance on your home. Once you get that homeowner's insurance, you will work with the title company to set up a time to meet with them, to sign all of the documents for your house, to review all of the terms, and to get your house keys. Once you have your house keys, the house is yours, everything has paid off, you get all of the benefits of NACA, and you can move into your new home. And there is a step 10. So step 10 is post-purchase. This is not anything that you have to do in particular, but these are just resources available to you after you already have your NACA home, in case you need any assistance, like in case, you know, you lose your job, God forbid, you know, or you need just assistance paying your loan or anything like that. There are resources available to you with NACA, right? Because you did all of this to get your home, you finally got your home, and NACA wants to make sure that you're able to keep your home. So these are the 10 steps to getting approved for a NACA loan. You may be interested in watching this video where I go over some tips and tricks to getting NACA qualified as soon as possible. Or if you're still considering NACA and you're not sure if this is something that is a good option for you, you might want to watch this video where I go over the pros and cons of NACA. Thank you so much for watching.